Good morning everybody, welcome to our YouTube channel, Allotment, Faith and Family Adventures. So today I'm just showing you some jobs I'm doing really. What I'm doing today, I'm going to call this video. That's like saying how long's a piece of string, isn't it? Because the jobs I'm doing, they never end, they're never going to end at an allotment. But I do have a few key things I'd like to show you. First of all, welcome to the greenhouse. I'm going to move all this shelving, clean it all out and put my melons in at the bottom there. This is the first time I've been in since I started the video, and I just noticed an ant's nest. Look at all them. There's a bit of irony here. I've got ant killer there and an ant's nest there. Obviously the ants can't read, can they? So yeah, greenhouse, remove all that, clean it up, put my melons in. Obviously I've got to put them in pots and everything. They're just there ready to go in. And you know, right around the entrance area, just move those weeds and tidy it all up a bit. Instead of videoing me doing all that, I'll just show you now, and I'll come back, I'll start the video again when I've actually done it and show you what I've done. In the meantime, I'm just going to plod on. I've got my headphones, I'm going to put my headphones on, just mellow out, listen to a sermon or something, and crack on. Well, that's took longer than I thought. I need to go tomorrow to get some vermiculite because I need to put some of that in the compost. Let me explain why. So here, they're all my melon plants all ready to go out. Well, be potted in rather. But with them being in pots, they're going to get quite warm, and they like watermelons do. So I need to mix vermiculite within the compost, and I can't go into the morning, so you can see how I've changed it all. Put the tomato plant in the corner. I moved this cucumber from the other greenhouse there, simply because it looks like it's growing, but it can go straight up in a straight line, looking at that, rather than going all over the place. Another melon I put here, I don't know whether it's going to actually pick up or not, but if it does, I can then trail it across the bench, you see, and let the melons just grow on the bench. Here are my chilies. Like so. So basically, that's a greenhouse. I'm looking quite impressed with that. Looks really good. Outside, I got rid of all these weeds, as you can remember. The weeds are gone. And my missus' flowers, I put some in pots either side. Now, I think that looks quite reasonable, really. Looks quite nice. Anyway, I've just been up to the farm shop, and they give me the one thing I need is some kale. I forgot to sow some, and they happen to have some there, and I said, how much do you want for them? And says, oh, you can take some. Fantastic. Big shout out to that farm shop. I forgot what it's called, but I'll put it on the screen. What am I going to do now? Let me think. Well, I can put that kale out, really, couldn't I? There you go, that's my 3 kale. Looking a bit sorry for themselves, but they will pick up. I've only done 3 because they'll sort of bush out quite a bit. Yeah, and they will be there all over winter and into the next, all over the frost and everything, picking the leaves off them. There's 3 there. I've got cauliflowers. I've squeezed 4 in. Let me see if I can reduce this down. No, I can't. But yeah, now I'm going to tie up my tomatoes. You can. There, I'm tying these up. guy in the plot across the road, he says, Neil, these are blowing about in the wind the other day, so I would get them tied up. So I have done. What you do is you tie them up. See that bit there? That'll grow into another stem. So I just pick it off. I forgot the technical term, what they're called. I was going to tie that up while I'm filming, but to do it one-handed would be a bit hard. So sure, you know how to tie some more to plant up like that. So I've got these 6 here, like you can see. And also what I've done is my auto watering system in the greenhouse, and it's actually working. I've been playing about with that again with the tomatoes. Let me show you. There we go. So the blue tub there, that's full of water. There's a hose what goes down, and what I've done, I've like sort of cut the hose down to different sizes and shapes and everything, as you can see, because I've just got these 4 here. And basically it's on a mechanism where that there, until that lifts up, when that lifts up like that, it will stop the water coming. But while it's down, the water will keep coming out. It comes out slowly, but it does the job. There's the lids what you put on to stop it overflowing. I just left them off to make sure they all work, and they are, as you can see. And that one as well. So yeah, so I connected that up to there, and then just run the hose across there, connect it up to those 2. There's a slight leak with that one, so I might have a look, because it will just drain the water out. Depends how bad the leak is. It might just be me playing about with it. If it's a bad leak, then obviously the water's going to just drain out the tub, but if it's only slight, it don't matter. Right, so I'm going to tidy all this up now. So that's both greenhouses done. At the back there, they're going to be peppers, California Wonder peppers across the back there. Come to just tie these up, and I got my broad beans next to them. Blinking heck, they're all on the floor and everything, so I got a bit more of an urgent job to do. Look, just fell over. I didn't notice. I walked past here, didn't notice. I've tied this one up because that one's was on the floor. But yeah, so I'm going to tie these up now. I'm just showing you as a little tip for yourself. If these are like the sort of things you put in and forget about, so just keep an eye on yours at your plot. Just make sure they aren't blown over or anything. I am getting quite a few broad beans off them. They're starting to grow, which I'm pleased about. Also, when I said what I'm doing today, I'm doing a video about what I'm doing today. Actually, it's going to be what I'm doing tomorrow as well. So I had a word with my wife. I've got Monday and Tuesday off work, working Wednesday, Thursday, and we've got Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. So the jobs at home I was going to do tomorrow, I'm going to do over the weekend to come back up here tomorrow, so I can carry on doing some videoing as well. Let me just tell you what, that grapevine has gone absolutely nuts. And as I said on the last video, I want to put a post in, like that post there, and wire it so I can just wire the branches across. And as you can see, I've got to do something with that, so that's quite urgent. So now I'm going to just tie up those broad beans so they don't snap off or anything. Have a bit of a tidy up and get me, there's some posts there, and get me drill, electric drill and everything, or battery drill, and get that set up for tomorrow's job. And I don't really want to cut that vine down, because I've heard if you cut it down while it's live, while it's seasonal, it bleeds, you can kill it, but it's going wild. I've got to do something with it. So what else am I going to do today? What can I tell you? Nothing really. I'll see you tomorrow, bright and early. Well, actually, I know what I was going to tell you as well. Just come back to me. Went to the garden centre and I treated myself to a new watering can. There, isn't that nice? The one I got before, got it from Aldi. It's lasted quite a while, but the top things come off, and every time I clip it on, I sort of split it trying to push it. So I got an half decent one now. It's £7. It looks quite sturdy. Yeah. So tomorrow I'll be picking up the vermiculite in the morning, potting on me, getting those in the tubs, and sorting that grapevine out. Hope you can join me. See you tomorrow. I can't go without showing you this. I knew in back in my mind that there was something else I wanted to show you, and this is it. Look, oh, these strawberries. There's a multitude of them. Oh, look, it's just red everywhere. I've been picking these for nearly an hour. Well, I haven't been, but I will be. Look at the size of that one there. Look at them. They're just everywhere you look. Just red with strawberries. And thankfully, they haven't been eaten either. I put no slug pellets down or anything like that, just straw. And the majority of every one I pick is absolutely fine. You know, last year, every single one we've eaten. So I'm going to pick these and sign off for the day. That's lovely. There's a Bible verse what says, man may make plans, but God has the final say. And that is the case for today. The last time I spoke to you yesterday, I had all these plans, what I was going to do. It's thrown it down with rain all night, and it's still chucking it down today. So those plans aren't going to happen. However, I'm not going to be defeated. I'm still going to do some stuff. Let me show you what I've set up in my greenhouse while it's raining outside. So, I've got my chair. I've got my plants ready to go in here. I've been and got some compost. I've had to hunt around for some peat compost because that non-peat's rubbish. Whoops, sorry about that. So, managed to get that. This morning, as per last video, been to get my vermiculite. I set myself up with a tub. Just going to mix all that up, put it in the pots, and that's the melon plants all sorted then. Obviously, I'm going to put a cane in, which I'll show you at the end of this when I've done it all. Bye for now. Hey guys, it's all sorted now. It looks quite well actually. There we go. Stand outside so you can get a full view. There's my melons in. I put some canes up. Like so. A piece of string to keep it rigid. Just tied it onto there, and obviously the other side there. Got to use my new watering can. So what I've done here, I've put in each one I put a bottle, because melons like to be watered, but if you water them from the top, they can rot. So I'll put a bottle in just to fill that up with water so it gets down to the roots. I've also done that with the tomatoes actually. Thinking that, hang on, got a bee flying, it's going crazy. Look at it. Right, let's move out of the way. You don't look very happy. Hang on. Right, it's gone. I've transplanted my California Wonder peppers. They're going to go in the other greenhouse. I've put this other melon here. I'm not holding out too much hope with that. It just went all scraggly at home. But instead of throwing it out, I thought I'd just give it a chance. And if it does pick up, then I'm just going to trail it across around there and let the melons grow on the bench, you see. Next job, I want to make sure I've got harvest all over Christmas and into next year. Consecutive growing, basically. So these are the big Savoy cabbages, what you can harvest from, look from there, December to March. So I'm going to sow some of those. And these purple sprouting broccoli, again, harvest from late February the following year. October to late February. So basically from October to February, March time, we can still be, better I'll look at it, isn't it? We can still be like taking some crop. Obviously we can have the cabbage, the purple sprouting broccoli, the kale, yes, kale, parsnips, some tub potatoes, hopefully they'll keep, some carrots. So yeah, each year, what I've done each year, I've basically, like, sort of when it gets to the end of summer, with being a novice, I've just run out and that's it until like next summer. But this year I'm just trying to do it more beneficial for us all. So anyway, I'm going to sow those, and if I find something else to do, I'll just add it onto the end of the video. Well, little tip for you. When you're sowing brassicas, when it's like warm, really warm in the greenhouse and that, brassicas don't like it red hot to germinate. So what I've done in this green, I've got some glass missing. We had storms last year and it's broke the glass, and I haven't replaced them yet. I was going to put some plastic up, so as you can see at the top there. So what I've done, I've just basically moved them in here because it's a little bit cooler. Right, so I went down to the bottom to show you where I'm going to be putting these purple sprouting broccoli for winter. It's basically replacing the onions what are there. Let me show you. So yeah, so those onions what are there, which they're looking a bit curled up. I don't know whether they've got that disease or not. A minute. Yeah, here we go. Sorry. I don't know whether they got that disease or not. So what I plan to do is, let me spin round to show you, is that there is a summer broccoli, it's purple sprouting, and these are the onions. So I was sowing those seeds, I was going to pot them up, and then hopefully I can harvest these onions in like July, August time. By that time that broccoli will be finished with, so I can use that bed and just fill it with the purple sprouting broccoli for the winter, you see, or maybe some of those Savoy cabbages, I don't know. As I walked up, which I didn't notice, look, it's starting to grow. I'm getting some heads on them. Wonderful. So anyway, the job I planned to do, that grapevine and everything, with it chucking it down this morning, it hasn't materialised, it hasn't happened. So I'm going to have to come up Friday morning to do that because it's all going to collapse otherwise. It keeps raining, it keeps stopping. I've done some bits and bobs. The last thing I'm going to do is take these lettuce, what I've gone to seed out, put them in the compost bin and replace them with these lettuces here. So when I've done that, I'll show you, and I think that'll be all right. That will do for today. Just a short one today.